Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to Ironclad RC. We got the Deltaforce Vortex 34 out here at the Northeast Creek, way upstream. Okay, so what I've done since the last video, I took that big hideous white block out, so that actually brings my rudder setback out to about 1 5/8 inch, 1 3/4, somewhere in that neighborhood. So the rudder's a little closer to the transom. All right. I also put a 2 millimeter thick shim, so it's 2 millimeters down to 0.5 millimeter. Okay, and that's actually going to basically angle our strut and stuffing tube. You guys see a stuffing tube? It's got a little bow in it. All right, over to the left. All right, so when this boat is prop walking, that's what we're trying to solve, prop walk. I guess I should have mentioned that first. The boat's wanting to prop walk out. The rotation of the propeller is causing it to walk out and veer to the right. So if you offset, well, not offset, angle your strut to the left, okay, that's going to combat that prop walk to the right. I would think in a turn it may kind of fight your in a turn, you know. So hopefully this isn't a permanent fix. This is just testing. I'm testing, helping myself and my viewers at the same time. This is a good technique to use if you have a boat that's wanting to prop walk out a lot and there's really no other way to fix it. You can make that shim right there. We're going to be testing this prop, probably test a 3-blade prop, a small prop. Okay, we're going to try a couple different props on here. A lot of my viewers think it's the prop causing it to prop walk. I think it's the rudder length. A lot of my viewers are thinking I should have put the rudder on the right side, which I'm kind of second guessing myself now, putting it on the left. But we'll see. I got that Speedmaster 1 5/8 setback on order. It should be here in a couple days, so we'll find out. So stick around. So this is really the only boat I have in my fleet that I've had to angle my driveline. You see my stuffing tube. I don't have a strut on this boat, so it was really easy for me to tinker around with the angle on my driveline. This one here would actually like walk out on me because I had I have a high KV motor in it, and it actually helped a lot with this boat. Okay, actually helped with the torque roll and the prop walk. So it does work. It may not work on this one, but it does work. So some of my viewers are thinking my servo's glitching when I give it trigger. So I got a glitch buster on it. No glitch from the rudder. All right. Some of my viewers are thinking that my carbon fiber rod has a lot of flex in it. So I'm going to hold this arm and push on my rudder. Okay, there ain't no flex in that rod, I hate to tell you. So it's not the rod, but we will, if that longer rudder don't fix it, we'll try a stainless steel rod. Okay, we're going to go through every possible scenario because it's really odd that this boat's wanting to kick out like that. It's really odd. It's real odd. I have, well, none of my hydroplanes have wanted to do that, and it's like driving me nuts. So I figured I would take the time to test a few things that may fix it, you know, test a few things that may fix it before we get the rudder. All right, and at the same time kind of give my audience some ideas if they're dealing with the same issue to combat that prop walk. Okay, so it's a learning process, learning experience for everybody, and it just kind of makes good content. Yeah, the boat's not running good. It's a shame the boat don't run prime time, you know, but at the same time I'm kind of enjoying doing these mods. You know, I've pulled this rudder off several times. I put that shim back there, and it's fun. You know, it's a lot of work, but it's fun. Okay, hopefully you guys are in frame. So here's the moment of truth with that shim kind of angling my drive line. When I built the boat, I started to offset it. I contemplated that. Let's see what happens. Okay, well that sure as hell didn't help. I got my CG back. It's worse. Same strut position. I hadn't changed the strut position. Oh, that's weird. I thought for sure this would help. Yeah, I thought for sure that would help, man. Yeah, I didn't change nothing. All I did was, so hell, it might have been that. So that's kind of telling me that the rudder length, the setback, because I did change the setback. That's kind of telling me that that setback actually did help with that 2 1/4 inch setback, and I ordered the 1 5/8 setback. All right, so let's change a prop out. Let's change a prop out. This prop right here is sharp as hell. It's sharp. I'm not even kidding. It's a 45-14. So let's actually throw a 3-blade on there. Okay. It's got quite a bit of angle in. Yesterday was the best I had it running with that 2 1/4 inch setback. 42-14. Yep. Worse. Look at that. It's worse. You see that? I didn't even touch it. Didn't even touch it. And I got a super small turn fin on. The turn fin's not going to help keep it straight. Turn fin is just basically a pivot point. Maybe I need to bring that turn fin back some. Maybe that's what it is. Definitely hitting the prop. So let's put a high rake prop on, okay? Okay, so that's not causing it to do its thing. All right, well, we'll figure it out. Okay, so this is a 16-16. This is a little high rake prop. 40 millimeter. It's the rudder setback. It's the rudder setback, I believe. we'll try something else. I almost want to just put that longer block on here I had on there yesterday with this shim and see what it does. All right, so I'm back at the house. I just rinsed the boat off, and I dried the inside on my dehumidifier, and I got the piece of glass out, and I just wanted to go over my setup. Okay, a lot of guys, well, one guy in particular says that you know, I got to put a good bench tune on the boat before the boat will run right, and I'll obviously he just don't think I know what the hell I'm doing. So Sam, this one's for you, buddy. So my strut, all right, my strut, I'm gonna show you. I've got a 0 position on my strut. No positive, no negative. I'm just trying to 0 as of now, okay? And when I put this shim on, I didn't take my blast. I didn't loosen this bolt. So all my settings are the same through all the testing. The first day of testing, I did off camera because it was doing some crazy odd stuff. I did lift my strut up. I lowered it, and I found that it run good about where I have it now. I brought it home. I put the bench tune on it, and that's what I've been running. Okay, so it's on 5. All right. So I got it held tight onto my strut, my stinger here, and it's basically 0.20, 0.25 with that 0.20 going up, slightly positive. Not much, like 0.20, and I doubt that's going to make a difference. Okay, you guys see that? All right, so my rod height, okay, this ruler is exactly how high the tunnel is off from my sponson. And I'll flip it over here in just a second, just in case you don't freaking believe me. Okay, so it's tight fitting forward. It don't lift the sponsons. Okay, so I've got my strut set, okay, so that when the boat's running on the water, it's basically a level tunnel. I got about 3 millimeters gap. So my strut, he was saying my strut's set too deep, okay, but that's not. I think it's set too shallow, to be quite honest with you. Okay, that 3 millimeter right here is not the 4.5, 5 millimeter to the middle of my strut, to the middle of where the prop actually runs in the water. Okay, so I'll flip it over. All right, so I'm gonna put this ruler up there. Okay, it's perfectly level. All right, so take this guy right here. All right, right there. About 5 millimeters higher. That gives me basically a level tunnel. All right. Okay, so where's my damn level box at? I hate it when people say I don't know how to do nothing, that I'm just like basically a moron. All right, so okay, so I'm gonna do this number right here. Zeroed out on my turn fin. 0.10. 0.10. That 0.10 is in, not out. Okay, it's basically vertical. Okay, basically vertical. 0.5, 0.10 in, lean in. That's nothing. Okay, so let's flip it back over again. All right, let me get my camera holder out. So I got it flat on my turn fin. Trying to hold it flat without moving it here. Okay, so it's it's touching the ruler here, touching the ruler all the way down. You see that? So it's straight in line with the sponsons. Okay, so I think that's a good bench tune to start off with. So a lot of guys were saying they thought my strut was too deep. As you guys seen, I got a level tunnel. Level tunnel. Okay, if it's too deep, then they're telling me it needs to go up, right? If I go up with it, my tunnel's going to be angled up. I just don't see how that's going to work, you know. So tomorrow we're going to try the block, just for shits and giggles. All of this is for shits and giggles, and know that I'm not ignoring the fact that I have a lot of other things that I can mess around and tune, but this is a bass tune, my bench tune, and I think I got it fairly close. The prop walk, I think it's because it's the rudder. I mean, seriously, man, I'm not ignoring that I can tune my strut positive and negative, up and down, and all that. Weight distribution, turn fin angles, and all that. I got everything set neutral for this, like, just what I'm calling fun testing, because I don't think I can get the boat running right until I get that rudder. So I'm just messing around, having some fun with my freaking boat. Okay, so the depth of my rudder is 2 inches. 2 inches. 2 inches. Okay, below my strut. Real thin down here. All right, and basically below my prop, I would imagine that below, like the tip of my propeller, you know what I'm saying, there's only 1.5 inches of rudder in the water below the tip of my propeller, which is actually kind of that's actually like normal, you know, but it's a thin blade. Okay, the boat actually acted pretty good with that little high rate prop, and the rudder set forward, it actually handled okay today. That was actually the best handling we got, because that prop don't have no lift, and we basically had all the rudder in the water. All right, but it didn't handle great. It handled better than the first two props we tried, the 3-blade and that 45-14. So it just kind of gets under my skin when this guy keeps saying that, you know, I don't put a good bench tune on my boats. I mean, I have shit ton of boats I run. He was saying that he runs rudders that are in front of the propeller, short rudders, and his boats run good, like his RSX. Hey, your RSX is a rigger. You can offset the tub on a rigger. You can cant and tow in the sponsons on a rigger. I have riggers that have extremely short blades. The RSX has rear sponsons. These have ride pads. I can get away with a short ass rudder, and you can offset them. You know, it's different than a hydroplane. All right. Speaking of hydroplane, the UL-19 has a left mounted rudder. That boat right there runs great with a left rudder. So does this one. This one had a right rudder. It took me forever to get it tuned in. This one, it has a right rudder. It likes to be squirrely as hell. This little Kneeler right here has a left mounted rudder. It handles good. Both of those boats handle good. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the big 8 scale guys run the rudders on the left side. You know, I think it's just too far away from the prop. So that Speedmaster will bring it closer, and it will yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Sorry about my rant. I'm sorry. So yeah, I try to keep it about the boats. We'll see you guys next time.